Hi, my name is Tenley and I'm applying for your Wrangler position at Paws Resort. I'm currently shooting this in the beautiful country of Australia, but I'm originally from Bend, Oregon, where my love of horses began. I started riding Western there, but as I moved over here, Western isn't as prevalent, so I had no choice but to switch to English. I've lived here for about 5-6 years, which makes me a dual citizen. Since I graduated in November 2022, I'm really looking for new opportunities to travel again and learn new skills, and your Wrangler position really stood out to me because I really miss riding Western and I really miss the northwest of the US and all the lovely nature there. Your team looks beautiful and I'm really looking forward to learning new opportunities.
When I came out to tack up this horse, there was a lot of people there. They had just had a riding camp, so I wasn't able to talk because there's so many people talking. But yeah, I just put his bridle on, and unfortunately I got interrupted, so I had to cut the tape. But here I'm just tacking up, putting his saddle pad on, his riser, and then the saddle. The girth was on the other side for some reason. Usually you would do it up on that left side. But yeah, all done.
So this here is Bailey, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to mount your horse, and once you're on your horse, stop, steer, turn, all that kind of stuff. So heads up, he is a bit fidgety and he refuses to stand still when I mount, so keep that in mind. Your horses will stand still for you. Usually you will have a mounting block, so you'll be standing about this high, so it's easier for you to get on the horse. Once you're standing on the mounting block, you will be facing your horse with your hands in your reins. See, he already starts fidgeting. And then you will take your left leg and you will place it in your stirrup, like so. Such a fidget. And then you will gather your reins. Bailey, come on. And you can grab the front of your saddle, and then you can push off from the mounting block and put your weight in your left foot, which will be in the stirrup, and then you can swing your right leg around and then sit gently in the saddle so you're not slamming down and bothering his back. Okay, so I'm going to get on from the ground because he will not stand near a mounting block, and you're going to probably watch me struggle a little bit because he's such a fidget. He's got a baby brain. But for you guys will have a mounting block and your horse will stand still. I'm going to try my best as he moves around. See, I'm holding my reins, putting my foot in the stirrup, and sitting down gently, giving him a pat because that was a lot better. Yeah, that was pretty good. So when you want to turn right, you would obviously, where's he going? Move your reins in that direction, because I'm assuming that your horses are pretty well with neck reining and really light in the mouth. He's pretty heavy in the mouth, but he's really good with leg aids. So as I move my reins over here and I put my right leg on, he starts to pivot around this leg. And then if I go the other way and I put my left leg on, he starts to pivot around that leg. Obviously, while you're just walking, it's not that scary, but to stop, you don't just want to pull on the reins like that, because it just gives them mixed signals and it's not very nice on their mouth. So what you want to do is sit deep in your saddle and just push back, and if he doesn't stop, you can just squeeze the reins lightly like that, and then as you can see, he stopped right away, like a good boy. So right now I'm just walking him on a loose rein, and just every couple steps, just giving him a little squeeze with my legs to keep him energized, because you don't want him flapping and dragging his feet. Yeah. And once again, while you're in a walk, if you need to stop, we'll see if he does it. Slide. Boy. And then to walk on again, just a little squeeze. And there he goes. So I have a bit more control, and I'm going to ask him to trot, once again, just by doing a little squeeze. And then release. And get into the right diagonal, there we go. And since we only just started, I'm not going to ask him to get on the bit because that can be a little bit strenuous. So I'm just going to go on a loose rein, warm him up a little bit so he can get loose.
Unfortunately, on most of the riding clips, you weren't able to hear me talking, so I just decided to do a voiceover later. So I'm just walking him in the other direction on a loose rein, making sure it's an energetic walk so he's not slacking and dragging his feet. I'm going to shorten my reins and I'm going to ask him to trot soon. He is a bit of a sassy boy, and sometimes he doesn't like to trot, so I just had to give him a little bump with my heel to get him going. But once he gets into the trot and he starts moving fluidly, he's lovely to ride.
So since he's not mine, I don't really have a lot of time to ride him and work with him. But whenever I do ride him, I like to work on getting him soft because he can be really hard in the mouth, and he likes to flick his head. He usually is wearing a martingale, but not today. So usually at the beginning or after I loosen him up, get him after a little walk, I'll start asking him to back up. And what a lot of people do is just pull on the reins and squeeze their legs to get him to back up. But what I like to do is just hold the reins until he gives. You see he just backed up a little bit, and that's when you want to give, because if you hold for too long, then they won't understand what you're really asking. So I'll try it again. He gives right away. Hold again. He keeps giving. There it is again. So I like to do that with him to get him soft and get him listening to my aids.
After I demonstrated me getting him soft and asking him to back up, I asked for a canter. He picked it up beautifully. We cantered around for a little bit. He has a lovely canter. It's very, very rocking horse. Unfortunately, we lost it there, but I just gathered him up again, asked for the canter again, and he picked it up beautifully. Coming around this corner, I'm gonna ask him to halt, and it was a bit messy, but he did pretty good. Now we're cantering the other way, and I asked for a walk to canter. It was a bit messy. I kind of threw myself into the transition, but I haven't ridden him in a long time, so I think it was pretty good. Once again, we're just cantering around. He's a lovely boy. He's listening pretty well. He was really soft after I was asking him to back up, and look at that beautiful halt. And then I'm just asking him to soften off my hand once more, and then loose rein, and we're all done.